My business partner took everything, my clients, my income, my entire operation. I lost over 100 over 1,000 on a condo deposit. The developer forfeited it. I was homeless, depressed. I received not one, but 2 bankruptcy letters. I was drowning in 6-figure debt. I had to cancel my health insurance. I was at the bottom completely. And that's where the next lesson was born. From $3 per hour to 7-figure, 9 life lessons that changed everything. After teaching more than 9,018 students across 18 cities, people often ask, who is Roy Fei? How did someone from a 500 square feet apartment who ate $2.50 lunch and got paid $3 per hour go on to build a 7-figure business and teach ancient Chinese metaphysics worldwide? This isn't a motivational story, it's a blueprint. There are 9 life lessons I've learned the hard way, from being broke, homeless, and almost bankrupt to discovering a system that changed my life forever. This isn't about luck, it's about alignment, action, and rewriting your destiny. I was born in Singapore. No oil, no gold, no land, just human capital, discipline, and hustle. My parents were the typical working classes hero, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, just to get my brother and me through school. Raised by my grandma in a 500 square foot HDB flat, 8 adults, 1 kid, 1 toilet. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me gratitude, and humility. At 14, I got my first job at McDonald's. I was a quiet, introvert kid, but that job gave me my first experience of what it meant to exchange time for money. My first raise from $3 per hour to $3.20 per hour. 20 cents. That's when I learned something schools never teach you. The world doesn't reward effort, it rewards leverage. And I had none. I wasn't born into opportunity. I wasn't handed well. I had to figure out how to break the poverty cycle. That's where this journey began. Not from passion, not from purpose, but from pure necessity. And over the next 25 years, I would turn that survival instinct into a system for success that helped me build a 7-figure business and teach over 9,000 students worldwide. At 21, I felt trapped. Like many Singaporean men, I was fulfilling my duty in the military, but I hated it. I saw no future, no freedom. I was marching in a direction I never chose, and it was crushing me. Most people get stuck and stay stuck. I didn't. Instead of quitting, I did something insane. I signed a 5-year contract with the very system I wanted to escape. You might be thinking, Roy, are you crazy? You hated the army, yet you signed a 5-year contract with them? Yes, I did that. That decision changed everything. I'm trained in signal communication, military intelligence, and even became a certified tank commander. Then I joined the first batch from Singapore to train with the US Marines in Hawaii for 7 weeks. That experience rewired my mindset. Lesson number 1. Life can trap you, but you must never trap yourself. When your back is against the wall, you either let the system define you or you find your power inside it. Stop waiting for luck. Design your own destiny. After I completed my 5 years army contract, I was given a new contract, but I decided to pursue my dream. The internet was just starting to grow in Singapore. Most people saw it as a novelty, saw it as the next gold rush. With the little money I had, I hired a digital marketing mentor. That one decision changed everything. Within months, I launched my first digital product, an ebook strategy guide for a game called RuneScape Top Secret. Here's the crazy part. I don't even play the game, but I understood one thing most people didn't. You don't need to know everything, you just need to know how to position, package, and market something people already want. That one product generated passive income every single month for more than 5 years. At one point, it was the best-selling RuneScape guide on the market. That was my first big lesson in leverage, and it made me realize something even more important. I was never taught about wealth, entrepreneurship, managing money. I didn't grow up around success, but I could learn it, and I could shortcut the process if I had the right people guiding me. And that brings me to lesson 2, why mentorship is the fastest way to collect collapsed decades into days. I grew up around effort, but never strategy. Around hustle, but never leverage. My parents taught me how to work. No one taught me how to grow wealth. That's when I realized something most people never do. Success doesn't reward the smartest or the hardest working. It rewards those who learn from the right people faster. If someone has 10 years of hard-earned experience and they are willing to teach you you can skip the next 10 years of trial and error. That's what mentorship really is. You're not buying coaching, you're buying speed. In my weekend QiMen Manifestation Masterclass, I always ask, is your time expensive or cheap? If it's cheap, go figure it out yourself. If it's expensive, if your dreams are big, hire the damn coach. Lesson number 2, life experience is the most expensive education. Spend money to save time, not time to save money. You don't pay for mentor advice, you pay for their scars. After that, I co-founded my first training company with a few partners. We brought in a spiritual business teacher from the US and launched our public talk in Singapore with over 1,200 attendees. It didn't stop there. We expanded to Malaysia with 3,000 people and then to Indonesia and Vietnam. The company grew from zero capital to 1.2 million in revenue in just 3 years. After help build it, I exited the business and walked away with the lesson that would shape the next chapter of my life. Building wealth is powerful, but building people is transformational. For over a decade, my family and I have visited Sri Lanka every year, not for business, but to give back. We hand-delivered school bags, shoes, and uniform to children in poor villages. Some of them have never owned a proper pair of shoes. And the truth is, no 7-figure deal, no stage, no launch has ever given me the feeling I get when I see a child smile because they finally have proper shoe and a bag to carry their books to school. This brings me to lesson 3. One of the greatest lessons my spiritual teacher ever gave me was this: the world is round. What you give out will always come back. It stuck with me and I choose to live by it. I make it my principle. I won't respond to hurt with hurt. I won't let negativity take root in me, especially in this crazy world of period 9. Instead, I will choose kindness, giving, service. And over time, I found myself surrounded by kind, giving people too. Lesson number 3, what you give becomes your vibration, and your vibration shapes your reality. Kindness is a currency, and it always returns with interest. But here's the truth, no one's tell you. Even when I was kind, even when I had an abundant mindset, even after investing 6 figures into learning, coaches, charity work, I still failed. Not just fail, I hit rock bottom. For more than a decade, as a self-employed entrepreneur, my income was like a roller coaster. Some months I make some money, most months I didn't even make enough to even breathe. I remember days I couldn't even withdraw $10 from the ATM. Lunch was instant noodles with frozen vegetables every day. And like many do, I went looking for answers. Feng Shui master, tarot card readers, 八字 experts, prayers, but the message was always the same. You are destined to fail. Then it got worse. My business partner took everything, my clients, my income, my entire operation. I lost over 100 over 1,000 on a condo deposit. The developer forfeited it. I was homeless, depressed. I received not 1 but 2 bankruptcy letters. I was drowning in 6-figure debt. I had to cancel my health insurance. I was at the bottom completely. And that's where the next lesson was born. After everything collapsed, I didn't wait for a miracle. I went to war with my reality. I was working 3 jobs, 18 to 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, no weekends, no holidays, just raw survival. One of those jobs was a part-time trainer, another was sales, the third one was driving Grab. I'll wake up 5 a.m., drive strangers around for 5 hours, then head to work. At lunch, I'll walk 10 minutes in the heat just to save a few dollars by eating $2.50 economy rice. After work, I'll go back to my car, drive for another 5 hours, get home at 11 p.m, sleep 4 to 6 hours, and repeat. No motivational quote prepared me for that. No vision board make it easier. But I knew this one thing. If I can still move, I can still fight. If I can still fight, I can rebuild. I have no shortcut, no miracle, just pure daily effort. And that's where the shift happened. Lesson 4. Use failure to push you towards your dream and never let fear hold you back from your goals. I stopped looking for instant wins. I stopped chasing get-rich-quick answers. And for the first time in my life, I respected the grind. I learned to value the smallest action done daily. If you are not where you want to be, stack more good dates. Stack more good habits. That's how I got out. You're not a failure until you stop fighting. Until then, you're just in training. This brings me to 5th lesson of my life. Be impatient with your action. Be patient with your results. I must work hard on my daily action, focus on my non-negotiable actions every day. During my lowest point, I wasn't chasing hacks and winning the lottery. I was building habits. Daily meditation, yoga, and journaling, these few key daily activities calms me down and allow me to focus. After losing my hard-earned money and home to the condo developer, I found myself homeless for years. One dream burned bright in my mind, to buy my own house again. But I wasn't just after any home. I wanted a feng shui house. Curious about how the rich millionaires and billionaires harness feng shui, I dived into my first feng shui online course and discovered QiMen shortly. The moment I learned about QiMen Manifestation, I realized I'm home. Following the videos, I uncovered my personal superpower, backfaced my lucky direction, and began daily 10 minutes manifestation. In just 2 weeks, I felt an incredible surge of energy. Not only was money started to flow more easily, I was achieving all my small goals. Not only that, I got invited to join a direct sales company. The more tiny results I achieved, the more hardworking I became to manifest, until the first year of practicing QiMen Manifestation was a whirlwind. I even managed to travel to several countries for free, and it felt like a miracle and surreal. For once in my life, I realized success is not just about hard work. Not only that, I think I found a secret formula to success. Yet, I'm not too sure until I use QiMen Manifestation command to attract my feng shui house. This is my exact command. Snake, I command you to let me get my perfect feng shui 4-room HDB home, 100% feng shui suitable for me, 10x my current income, vitality, health, perfect relationship, happiness and peace, facing the Pongo River, level 11, 13, 16, 18, with a beautiful unblocked view, quiet, peaceful, and transacted at only 400,000 effortlessly and easily by 30th September 2020. In my notes, you can see the dates I written and started manifesting was 11 June 2020, and during that time was having the lockdown and pandemic. 17 days later, on 28th of June 2020, I manifested my dream feng shui house and paid the deposit to secure it. As you can see, the unit is level 18, which is the exact level I manifested. That was the moment I knew success is not just about working hard. It's about aligning your action with energy and intention. Grind will move you, but alignment will multiply you. This brings me to the 6th lesson of my life. Simple skills, complex fails. After learning 八字, I realized I have this talent and gift to take very complex subject and make it really simple for myself to apply. Knowing myself, if I make it complex, I will procrastinate, get lazy, and not take action. I have to keep it so simple, it's step by step, so that I can integrate into my lifestyle. QiMen Manifestation is still one of the simplest methods to achieve quick results within 1 to 3 months time. I'm proud to share that I've achieved 100% what I wrote down in my feng shui house manifestation command in 11 June 2020. My income 10x, I do feel vitality and body age reverse, relationship became harmonious, removing energy vampires in my life, my heart is loving daily and getting deep sleep peacefully at night. All because I kept it simple and I kept showing up. Complexity kills, consistency, simplicity builds momentum. During the pandemic, I met new friends who are expert in the Chinese metaphysics from 八字, QiMen, and feng shui. One of them pushed me, Roy, you should come out and teach your QiMen manifestation. I was like, no, I'm no expert like all the master, plus my life just got better from using feng shui, QiMen, and 八字. I just want to focus to make money on my business. He said, Roy, people would love to hear your story and how you use QiMen manifestation to turn your life around. I replied, come on, I'm such a failure, homeless, 6-figure in debt, and got bankruptcy letters from the bank. And even if I go to the local coffee shop for lunch and have my favorite porridge, nobody will know who I am. No. Nobody wants to learn from a failure. My friend wrote a marketing post on Facebook with 200 people registered for my first QiMen Manifestation Webinar and 15 students paid to join my first ever QiMen Manifestation Masterclass. After that, my Facebook Messenger just went crazy. People texted me and asking me when is the next class. So I did my second masterclass with 32 students and third masterclass was 50 students. One day, a student treated me to a nice dinner and requested me to run physical QiMen Manifestation Masterclass. I was shocked. I was asking myself, who in the world will attend physical class when it's at the peak of the pandemic? Government is having lockdown, social distancing, and also most trainers went online to teach. Guess what? I conducted 5 physical QiMen Manifestation Masterclass, which was unreal. By tapping into my house feng shui, one of the participants referred me someone who launched my biggest QiMen Manifestation Masterclass ever with 432 students. Now we have thousands of students from more than 18 cities with million-dollar revenues so far. If you're going through imposter crisis, remember this: you don't need to be a guru. You need to be real.
Number 10.
Keep it real.
That's right, keep it real.
People don't buy your perfection, they buy your transformation. That was the moment I stopped hiding, I stopped playing not to lose. And for the first time, I played to win. This brings me to the 7th lesson of my life. Play to win, don't play not to lose. I can choose courage to win, or I can allow my past failure experience and fear voices to stop me from playing safe. Will I guarantee success for every action? Of course not. I make tons of mistakes. However, through each mistake, I do my best to play to win. For every crisis will always come opportunity. It really depends on how I deal with it. Someone recently told me, Roy, if you can achieve 50% of your 1-year goals and dreams, you are lucky. If you can achieve 50% of your dreams and goals 2 years in a row, you are damn lucky. If you are achieving 50% of your dreams and goals 3 years in a row, you are a miracle. However, when you're achieving 50% of your dreams and goals 5 years or more, you master the secret formula to success in life. I'm thankful that 25 years of my life, as I'm obsessed with being successful, starting multiple million-dollar company and being financially free, I went from someone who had never amounted to any form of success based on my past and achievement chart, educational background, family background, and statistics to where I am today. Success leaves clue. When I was thinking back, what did I do correctly, at least for the last decade, to contribute to my success today? It was a perfect synergy of personal development, spirituality, and Chinese metaphysics. Not only that, I integrate that as part of my lifestyle and also in my day-to-day time management. In fact, I want to share with you my 8 lessons of life. If you don't have a framework for managing time, time will manage you. Ultimately, you don't manage time. You manage energy. Every day, I track my own energy. Of course, I don't have high energy every day. I would say 90% of my days are positive, productive, and focused. There are 10% of the days where I will be affected by people, environment, or even external challenges. These are the times where I am very aware not to slump back into my old patterns and habits where I am negative. So what's important is to be aware of your own thoughts and emotion to have full control of it. People love to say, I'm busy, but busy doesn't build wealth. Energy does. Time is an excuse. Energy is the truth. You are not out of time. You are out of alignment. Finally, my 9th lesson to keep growing my 7-figure business is what gets measured gets managed. It's impossible for me to keep increasing my business growth of about 30 to 50% growth year to year continuously for the last few years if I don't track my success. System, framework, and tracking are part of the day-to-day important daily tasks. Of course, I'm no longer a solopreneur and I'm thankful to have a dedicated team of passionate passionate individuals who believe in what we do here. On a daily basis, the team will have their daily focus. Every marketing campaigns are measured down to the decimal points. Every YouTube video we put out are measured in terms of the production hours and also the return of investments. Even if you don't have a 7-figure business now, it's important to know 3 things in your life. Where are you now in your current situation? Be really realistic and practical where you are now. Next is to determine where you are going, your clarity of your life, your direction, and where you are heading is truly important. Finally, the gap of how to reach your goal, that's important. The progression is where you need to measure every step of the way. With measurement, you can track and you'll know better of your success. Before you go, I would like to share with you one final bonus tip, which is the most important lesson for me for the last 25 years of my life. I believe many of the successful entrepreneurs and billionaires will tell you the same as well. Bonus life lesson: never, never, never give up. Failure is guaranteed only if you stop. Progress is guaranteed only if you show up. One thing I never stop trying is to be achieving my success in life, my wealth success, and most importantly, my financial freedom where I don't have to chase after money ever again. Is it really tough to invest 25 years of my life on this? Yes. It's insanely impossible for me as the statistics are working against me. Is it worth it now? The answer is yes. Would I exchange anything for less than what I have for today? The answer is no. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. The only thing I would like to share is how I wish I came to learn about QiMen Manifestation 15 years earlier. I wouldn't have to go through all the challenges that I share with you. If you're done playing small, if you're tired of being stuck in the hustle loop, then don't just watch this. Act on it. Join the next QiMen Manifestation Masterclass, not because you need another course, but because you need a personalized system that fully aligns you with results. I'll see you in the masterclass.